Yesterday, the former president, Donald Trump, and who's currently running for president for the 2024 ticket, he survived an assassination attempt in the United States. And today, we're going to talk about what does that mean for the world and for Vietnam. Let's break down the event and see what the implications are for the future. All right, let's go.
Hey Tom Ping, love what you're doing on your channel, buddy. Super congrats. You know, giving your time and energy to nonprofit business channel. Look, man, keep driving that audience. So Tom Ping, look forward to spending some time with you. I know you got the right mindset, so I'd love for you to share some of that from the big V. God bless, be great. 10X.
If you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Donald Trump yesterday survived an assassination attempt while he was doing a rally in the United States. And this is a very tragic event because I think one of the hallmark of Western democracy is that there is a peaceful transition of power without bloodshed. And this is unlikely to happen in a Western democracy, but unfortunately we're seeing that in the United States. The last assassination attempt against a president, a sitting president, was President Ronald Reagan back in 1981. And we have been through decades of elections without bloodshed, and now this is happening again. And I think this is a sad day for democracy, for Western democracy. I feel sad for Donald Trump and the Trump family and those people who have suffered or even died during this event. And I want to take a moment and put my analysis forward on what will happen after this, okay? And I think the first thing is that I think Donald Trump, after surviving an assassination attempt, is going to clinch the US election, assuming that the Democratic ticket does not change, meaning that Biden does not step down and have a replacement. I think Donald Trump is already on the way to win the election, but now he's going to clinch it. He's pretty much going to be the next president of the United States. And what that means for China and for Vietnam is that Vietnam is going to get even greater support. This is what I believe, greater support from the United States. And because Donald Trump is going to be even more stringent and more confrontational with China, and that means that more and more manufacturing is going to move to Vietnam from China and the rest of the world. And I think this could be a great thing for Vietnam. That's just the way it is. That's how the chess pieces fall on the board, and that's what I expect. So there you have it. There's my election prediction for 2024 November. Donald Trump is going to win the election by a landslide. We're not talking about a close win. I'm talking about a landslide win in the election. And of course, the implication of that is tremendous. I cannot get into all of it, but some good, some bad. But from a Vietnam perspective, I think it's good. From a Western democracy standpoint, maybe not so good, because Donald Trump is more of an autocratic ruler than someone that would respect democratic rule of law. So I don't know, that's just my opinion, I guess. But he's gonna come into power for the next 4 years. And I think that will be very exciting, sort of, from an observer's point of view. And also, having survived an assassination attempt, I don't know how that will affect Donald Trump's interpretation of the Second Amendment in the US Constitution, which involves the right to bear arms, the right to own guns, right? Because Republicans, which is the party that Donald Trump is running for, they tend to protect the people's right to own guns. So having survived an assassination attempt by an assault rifle like the AR-15, I don't know how that's going to impact him in terms of future policy towards gun ownership. So that remains to be seen. I don't think it will change much. So what do we know about the shooter? I'm sure the person has already been identified, which his last name is Crooks, which is kind of ironic. Crook meaning a bad person. And he's a very young guy. He just got the right to vote, I think, this year, and obviously he's not mentally well. And that's the other thing. In the United States, it's too easy to get a gun. So again, how this assassination will change Donald Trump's perception of the Second Amendment, how that's going to change his policy toward gun ownership, that'll be interesting. But I believe that when Donald Trump gets into power, there will be more confrontation with China, and that will be in Vietnam's interest. And that will be interesting to see. All right, so take some fucking action. And I'm happy that Donald Trump survived this assassination attempt. I have many opinions about him, some good, some bad, but I do believe that political transition of power should not involve bloodshed. And I think what happened in the United States yesterday was simply tragic and very sad. All right, don't be a fuck.